People raised by teenage parents, what was growing up like? When my girlfriend gave birth to our daughter, she said she didn't want to keep our pet sperm, so she signed away her parental rights and moved away on a random day without telling me. My life was rough after that because I had no clue how to raise a baby. So, the first few months I was woken up to a screaming baby every 5 seconds and I worked so I could support us, all while trying to graduate high school. Luckily, my parents and older sister helped out in babysitting my daughter when I really needed it. Fast forward a few years and my life hadn't gotten much easier. I had too many absences and my grades dropped during high school so I wasn't able to graduate. Now I was stuck working at a warehouse during the day and a security guard at night just to keep up with bills. Every extra dollar I earned went toward food, clothes, and keeping the lights on. But I really wished I could save for my daughter's future. I wanted her to go to college and get a high-paying job so that she wouldn't turn out like me, but it seemed like no matter how hard I worked those dreams wouldn't become a reality. It pained me that this was my life because I wanted to give my daughter everything she wanted. She was the light of my life and I always persevered because of her, so I wanted to make her as happy as she made me. Luckily, she eased my nerves whenever she reassured me that she had everything she needed in life and she was just happy I was her dad. Then, one day after a particularly long shift at the warehouse, my sister visited us. She said she had gifts for my daughter, and I was thankful for that because it was the only time my daughter would get spoiled. It made me sad to think about, but I didn't know what to do about it. As my daughter opened her gifts, my sister pulled me aside and told me that I looked like I hadn't slept in days. I said that was because I hadn't, and told her about my plan to save for my daughter's college fund, and my worry that I was getting nowhere. I was on the verge of breaking down as I told her that every time I thought I was making progress something would break so I had to pay to fix it. My sister listened intently and rubbed my back, which kept me from crying. She looked worried and said working myself to the bone wasn't the solution. I asked her if she had a better solution since I literally had to go to my other job in a couple of hours, and she did. So, I used her way of making money. Honestly, I kept my expectations low because I wasn't sure if this was guaranteed to help me pay for my daughter's college education in the future. But slowly things started looking up. At first, I just got a couple of dollars every now and then, but the dollars added up over time. It was a little more than what I made at my warehouse job, so I cashed out some money to take my daughter out to eat one day. She was so excited and asked what the special occasion was, since we usually just went out to eat on her birthday. I told her that I just wanted to treat her to a nice meal because she's the best daughter ever. She told me that I was pretty good at the whole dad thing too. She made me so happy, and I told her that things like this would be frequent from now on. Now, I was going to be the one to spoil her. I still work 2 jobs and I'm not rich, but for the first time in years I feel like I'm on the right path. My financial situation is improving and I've been able to save up more money than before. The process to get to this point has been tough for both of us, though I wouldn't change it for the world because I love her.